Hey, my name is TJ. I'm doing a pre-trip inspection. I'm approaching the truck from the front. The first thing I check for is lane or leaks. Lane might be a flat tire, a bad suspension, or a shift in my load. And then I'll check for coolant, oil, or power steering fluid. If I detect anything of that, I'll place this truck out of service. Then I'll check my 3 ID lights on the top and my 2 marker lights. They are properly secured and attached to the vehicle. No chip, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation. They are in proper color, which is amber. And then I'll check my windshield, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'll check the windshield seal, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no rip, torn, frayed, or dry. Then I'll check the windshield wiper blade and the arm, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'll check my inspection sticker. It's properly secured and attached to the vehicle and it's current. Then I'll check my 2 fender mirrors. They're properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check the glass. It's not properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. And then I'll check my grill, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check the front bumper, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check my license plate, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken, and it's current. I'll check my 2 headlights, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is clear or white. Check my turn signal, 2 turn signal, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is amber. Then I'll come over here, I'll check my exhaust and my exhaust mount, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check my muffler, exhaust muffler, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check for soot. If I detect any soot, that will be an indication of leaks on my exhaust. I'll place this truck out of service. So I detect no soot, which might indicate a leak on my exhaust. Then I'll check my tank, and my tanks are properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no shift or leaks on my tank. And then I'll check my tank cap, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check the rubber seal on it, make sure it's not ripped, torn, faded, okay. And then I'll check my steps, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. In winter time, I'll check for ice and debris. I'll check my turn signal, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is amber. Check my door handle, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'll check my passenger side mirror, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I'll check the glass, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I check the passenger side window, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. Check the rubber seal on this, it's not ripped, torn, frayed, or dry. Okay, open the door, check my 3 points of contact, 1, 2, and then 3, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my 2 door hinges, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my door seal, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'm done with this part. Now I open the hood. Let me open the hood now. Open the other side. Okay, I open the hood and then check my coolant reservoir, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks and it should be between maximum and minimum level. Then I'll check my coolant hoses, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no rip, torn, frayed, or dry. I detect no leaks. Check my not air compressor, sorry. I check my alternator. This is my alternator. It's my alternator, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no fray wires on my alternator, and my alternator is belt driven, and my belt is not ripped, torn, frayed, or dry. And it should be no more than a 1/4 inch of play. Okay, and then I'll check my water pump, properly secured and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks and my water pump is belt driven again. the belt is not ripped on free or dry roded, and it should be no more than a quarter inch of play. And then I'll check my frame properly secure and attached to the vehicle. My bent crack or broken, I detect no illegal or unauthorized welds on it. And then I'll check my 2 leaf spring hanger, one in the front, one in the back out there. They're properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. Check my leaf spring, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. If I detect a quarter inch of crack or a quarter inch of missing leaf spring on this truck, I'll place it out of service. I'll check my U-bolt and my anchor plates, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And then I'll check my shock and my shock mount, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my brake chamber hoses, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not ripped on for the driver. I detect no leaks. Check my brake chamber and my brake chamber ring, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my slack adjuster, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. It's sitting at a 90-degree angle with a push rod release, or with the brakes release. The push rod should be no more than 1 inch of play, and it has a quarter pin present on it. Okay, I'll check my steering knuckle on this part. See, that's my steering knuckle, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I'll check my brake drum, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And inside of it, I have a brake pad, and my brake pad, the thickness should be no less than a quarter inch of thickness, and it's properly secure and attached to the vehicle. Then I'll check my inner and my outer wing, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no illegal or unauthorized welds on it. And then I'll check my valve stamp, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. There are 2 ways I'll check my air pressure: by a rubber mallet or a tire pressure gauge. And then I'll check my inner tread and outer tire for abrasion bulges occurred. The tread depth for this tire should be no less than 4/32 of tread. And this one cannot be re-groove, recap, or mismatch. Then I'll check my lug nuts, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no shiny metal or rust trail that will indicate looseness. And then I'll check my hub oil seal, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. I'll check the rubber grommet on it, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my windshield washer fluid, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Then I'll come to the driver's side, and then I'll check now my air compressor, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks, and my air compressor is gear driven. Then I'll check my power steering pump, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leaks. My power steering pump too is gear driven. And then I'll check my power steering hoses, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not ripped on free or dry roded. I detect no leaks. Check my power steering reservoir, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. I detect no leak. That's where I feel it. That's where I check it. Check my oil tube, and then my oil dipstick. Oil fill on oil dipstick, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, or bent crack or broken. This is where I fill it, and this is where I check it. I'll take the dipstick out, wipe it off, put it in again, wipe it off, and then put it back in to check the level. It should be between hard and foot. Check my steering shaft, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. Check my 2 U-joints, one here, and there's another U-joint over there. They're properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. They're properly greased. And then I'll check my steering gearbox, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. Check my pitman arm, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. My steering gearbox, I detect no leaks when I check it. Make sure it's properly secure and attached to the vehicle. I detect no leaks. Check my pitman arm, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. Check my drag links, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. Check my steering arm, 2 steering arm, upper steering arm, and there's a lower steering arm in the back, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. The one that's connected to the tie rod. See, that's the lower steering arm, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And then I'll check my tie rod, which is this, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And then I'll check my steering knuckle again inside here, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And then I'll check my suspension again, my leaf spring hanger, one in the front, one in the back, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent crack or broken. And then I'll check my leaf spring again, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, or bent crack or broken. If I detect a quarter inch of crack or a quarter inch of leaf spring on this truck, I'll place it out of service. Check my U-bolts and my anchor plates again. Properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my shock and my shock mount again. Properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Okay, check my 3 castle nuts. 1 castle nut, 2 castle nut, and then 3 castle nuts to the tie rod and the lower steering arm. They properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken, and they have quarter pin present on them, all 3. Check my brake chamber and my brake chamber ring again, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken, I detect no leaks. Check the brake chamber hoses, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken, I detect no leaks. Check my slack adjuster again, it sits in a 90-degree angle with the brakes released. The push rod should be no more than 1 inch of play, and it has a quarter pin of present on it. It's properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I already checked my steering knuckle here. Check my brake drum again. Check my brake drum and my brake pad inside of it. Properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no illegal unauthorized welds on the brake drum, and the brake pad inside of it should be no less than a quarter inch of thickness on the pad. Okay. Check my inner tread and outer tire for abrasion, bulges or cut. The tread depth for this tire should be no less than 4/32, and this one cannot be rig over, rig cap or mismatch. Check my inner and my outer rim, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my lug nuts, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no shiny metal or rust trailer will indicate loose nuts. And then my outer rim and my inner rim, make sure there is no illegal or unauthorized welds on them. Check my valve stamp, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. 2 ways I will check my tire pressure by rubber mallet or a tire pressure gauge. Check my hub oil seal, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Okay. Check my steps again, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. In winter time, I'll check for ice and debris. Check my fuel tank and my fuel tank strap, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no shifts or leaks. Check my tank cap again, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I will check the rubber seal, make sure it's not ripped on, thread or guy with it. And then check my turn signal again on this side, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no chip, crack or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is amber. Check my driver side door handle, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my driver's side mirror, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. The glass is not chip, crack or broken. Check the window, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no chip, crack or broken, and the rubber seal is not ripped on for the driver. Open the door again, check my 3 points of contact, 1, 2, 3, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my door hinges again, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check the rubber seal is not ripped on for the driver. Okay, I close this. Come to my emergency box, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I will check for 3 items, my 10BC, fire extinguisher, my 3 reflector triangle, and my spare fuses. Check my air tank, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Is the primary and secondary air tanks. Make sure I detect no leaks, and then I'll check the hoses. They're properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no ripped on, free of driver. I detect no leaks. Check my battery and my battery box, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no corrosion and I detect no leaks. 2 ways I will check my battery, by gauge and by sight. And then I'll check my steps and my catwalk, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. In winter time, I'll check for ice and debris. And then I'll check for this is my electrical airlines. The green one, the red one is the emergency airlines, and the blue one is the service airline. They are properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. And then the electrical airlines, I'll check for corrosion. And then I'll check my glad hands, properly secure and tied into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I'll check the rubber seal on it, make sure it's not ripped on, faded guy with it. Okay. And then I'll check my drive shaft. It's properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I have 2 drive shafts, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, over there. And then they have 4 universal joints. Make sure they're properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. And then I'll check my 2 cross members. They're properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. 1 cross member, 2 cross members. And then I'll check my torque rod. properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent crack or broken. Check my leaf spring hanger again, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent crack or broken. Check my leaf spring, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent crack or broken. If I detect a quarter inch of crack on my leaf spring, I'll place this truck out of service. Check my U-bolts and my anchor plates, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check the shock and the shock mounts, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my brake chamber and my brake chamber ring, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. My shock and my shock mounts, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my airbag down there, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. And then I'll check my slack adjuster behind the brake chamber ring and the brake chamber, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent, crack or broken. It's sitting a 90-degree angle with the brake release. The push rod should be no less than 1 inch of play, no less than 1 inch of play. Okay, and then I'll check my brake drum again here, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, not bent, crack or broken. I detect no illegal or unauthorized welds on it, and the brake pad should be no less than 1/4 inch of play. And I detect no oil or grease on my brake pad. Check my brake chamber ring, my brake chamber hoses, they're properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Okay, and then I'll check my outer tire, they're properly secure and attached into the vehicle. I'll check them for inner tread and outer for abrasion, bulges or cut. The tread depth for this tire is 2/32 of tread, and this one cannot be re-grooved, recap. This one can be re-groove, retread, or recap. This tire is 2/32. It can be re-groove, retread, or recap. Okay. Check my inner and outer rim. They're properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no illegal or unauthorized welds on it. And then I'll check my hub axle seal, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my lug nuts, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no rust, trail or shiny metal that will indicate looseness. Then I'll check my valve stem for the two tires, make sure they're properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no leaks. 2 ways of checking my tire: by rubber mallet or tire pressure gauge. Check the space between my tire, make sure they're properly spaced and they're free of debris. And then let me check the tire again, inner tread and outer for ABC, abrasion, bulges or cut. The tread depth is 2/32, and this one can be re-groove, recap, or retread. Okay, now I come to my fifth wheel. I check the apron, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check the skid plates, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or make sure there is no daylight between the apron and the skid plate. Check my fifth wheel release handle, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my pivot pin, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check the quarter pin on it, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check my fifth wheel sliding rail, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check the locking pin, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I don't forget the release handle, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken, is in a secured position. Check my fifth wheel mounting bolt and mounting plate, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Then I come underneath here. I'll check my kingpin and my locking jaw, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. It's in a secured position and is properly greased. Then I'll check my reverse light. That's my reverse light and my brake light on the tractor. They're properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is red and white. Check my mud flap, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. And then I'll come here, I check my headerboard, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no missing rivet. I'll check the top, the clearance light, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no chip, crack or broken, no condensation, proper color is amber. Check my trailer inspection sticker, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. Check all my DOT tape, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. They are present and visible. Check the side of my trailer, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. I detect no damage. Check my landing gear leg, landing gear support, landing gear handle, and landing gear feet, properly secure and attached into the vehicle, no bent, crack or broken. In winter time, I'll check for ice. Check all my ribs They're properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And there's another torsion bar behind the tractor out there. I have to check it, make sure it's properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my turn signal, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. Proper color is amber, I detect no condensation. And then check my airlines, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. Okay, there's no return pedal down, I detect no leaks. Check my brake chamber ring, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. Check the slack adjuster behind it, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. It sits in a 90-degree angle with the brakes release. The push rod should be no more than 1 inch of plate. Has a coda pin present on it. Check my brake chamber. Hoses are properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my airbag, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. And then check my shock and my shock mount, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. And then I'll check my brake drum again and my brake pad, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no illegal or unauthorized wears on my brake drum. And then the brake pad, I detect the thickness should be no less than a 1/4 inch of thickness, and I detect no oil or grease on it. Check my inner and my outer rim, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no illegal or unauthorized wears on it. Check my hub oil seal, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. Check my lug nuts, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no shiny metal or rust trailer or indicate looseness. Check my valve stamp, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no leaks. 2 valve stamp, one for this tire, one for the other one. And there are 2 ways I'll check my tire pressure, by tire pressure gauge and by rubber mallet. Check my inner thread and outer tire, inner thread and outer for abrasion bulges or cuts. The thread depth is 2/32, and this one can be gate cap or gate threaded. Okay, and then I'll check my tire, make sure they're free of debris and they're properly spaced. Check my leaf spring hanger, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my torsion bar, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Okay, check my tandem sliding rail, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check the locking pin, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'll check my tandem release handle, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. It's in a secured position. And then I'll check my mud flap, properly secure and attached to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. And then I'll check my air tank, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check all my slack adjuster. They sit in a 90-degree angle. The brake scale, the push rod should be no more than 1 inch of play, and they have a coda pin present on them. Check my door hook, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Door securement. Check my ABS light, anti-lock brake system light, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is amber. Check my marker light, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. Detect no condensation, proper color is red. Then I'll check my DOT bumper, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check the DOT tape on it, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my license plate and my license plate light, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. My license plate is current and the light, I detect no condensation. Proper color is clear or white. Check all my tail light or my multifunctional light, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is red. Check my DOT tape on the door, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken, and they are present and visible. Check my door handle, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my door hinges, they are properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Check my door rubber seal, properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no ripped on for the dry on it. And then I'll check my 3 ID lights on top of the door, they are properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no chip, crack, or broken. I detect no condensation, proper color is red. And then I'll check my door hinges on this side again. They're properly secure and tied to the vehicle, no bent, crack, or broken. Okay, my name is TJ. I'm doing this to help the students to understand the Pretrip. So this ends the Pretrip. I hope they will find it very useful and interesting and help them to pass the test. Thank you very much. Bye.